It began with little things. Her phone was always face down now. She used to laugh when it buzzed. Now she tilted it away like a secret. She said it was work messages, late-night marketing calls. But nobody smiles at spreadsheets. She started dressing sharper. More perfume. Different lipstick. I noticed but said nothing. You don't accuse without proof. She talked about a guy named Blake. At first, just funny stories from the office. Then, comparisons started slipping out. Blake surprised his girlfriend with flowers every Friday. Blake booked a weekend getaway just because. Blake this. Blake that. I became a name, she said, when she was tired or annoyed. Her gym schedule changed. She used to go with me after work. Now she went alone in the morning. She said it cleared her head. Maybe it cleared her guilt too. We still had dinners. But she'd scroll through her phone between bites. The glow from the screen felt brighter than my presence. I'd ask about her day. She'd answer like reading from a script. Everything was fine. Fine is the word people use when they're done explaining. She started staying late for client meetings. Then came the company trips. Phoenix, Denver, Chicago. Always some city that needed her more than I did. She'd text from hotel lobbies and airport gates. Pictures of cocktails, captions about hustle. I wanted to believe it. Because believing hurts less than knowing. The BMW I bought her sat outside like a trophy. Her old car had died. I thought I was helping. She called it our car, but the title said otherwise. Some nights she came home smelling like someone else's cologne. I told myself it was perfume from the office air. But my gut knew better. She started picking fights over nothing. My shirts. My dinner choices. Even how I breathed when I read. All her irritation pointed outward. I became the background noise in her story. I stopped asking where she was going. Not because I didn't care. Because I already knew. When you live with someone, silence speaks louder than confessions. I began noticing patterns. Her trips always matched his calendar posts. Her stories disappeared before I could watch them twice. She'd smile at her phone, type fast, delete faster. The woman who once sent me memes now sent me invoices. Receipts for groceries, split payments, rent shares. Everything had to be even now. Love had become accounting. Still, I didn't explode. I waited. I logged details in my head like data entries. I was trained for logistics. Patterns don't lie. People do. When she said she was flying to Phoenix, I marked the date. When her expense emails came at odd hours, I noted the timestamp. Something inside me went quiet. Not angry quiet. Strategic quiet. Because when the truth finally knocks, you don't chase it. You just open the door. It was a normal Friday. Our 5-year anniversary. I planned dinner, a quiet place we both liked. She left early for work, said she had reports to finish. Her laptop sat on the counter, charger unplugged. At noon she texted. Can you plug it in so it doesn't die? Sure. I got home, loosened my tie, opened the lid. No password screen. Just her desktop waking up. Chrome still open. Email tab glowing. One subject caught my eye. Expense review. Miami flights for Phoenix conference. I clicked once. Not to snoop. Just to understand. The email thread unfolded like a confession. 2 tickets to Miami. Names printed clear as day. Lena Morris and Blake Carter. Hotel folio attached. 1 king bed. Room service at 10:03 a.m. Spa add-on. Pool cabana. Every line item spelled it out. Not a mistake. A getaway. My hands didn't shake. They just scrolled. A Slack message popped up in the corner. He booked the suite again. You're so set. The words hit harder than shouting. Proof doesn't scream. It whispers. I pressed print a PDF. Saved every file to a drive marked evidence. No hacking. No passwords. Just what was already open. When you live with someone long enough, you stop needing imagination. Facts are enough. I closed the laptop, sat still for a minute. The room sounded different. Even the fridge hum felt like static. Then I moved. Step 1, I opened the hall closet. Pulled out a small black box. Inside, a GPS tracker I bought months ago. I'd planned to use it for peace of mind. Now it had purpose. I plugged it into the BMW's port under the dash. Synced it to my phone. The map blinked green. Device online. Step 2, I went to my drawer. Pulled out the ring box I'd been saving. I replaced the ring with the spare car key. Closed the lid. Velvet on the outside, reality on the inside. I sat at my desk, opened my notes app. Made a checklist. Movers on standby. Storage unit paid for a month. Label spreadsheet printed. Locks ready to swap. Everything prepared, just in case. Guess the case had arrived. At 5:42 p.m., I got a notification. A coworker of hers posted a story. Lena at a hotel pool with Blake. Caption said, client mixer. Weekday timestamp. I didn't text her. Didn't call. Didn't rant. I just took a screenshot and saved it with the others. Dinner was still at 7. I changed my shirt. Looked in the mirror. Same face, different man. I wasn't angry. I was finished. I slid the velvet box into my pocket. One last gift before goodbye. By the time I left the apartment, my heart wasn't breaking. It was balancing. Because the truth, once printed, doesn't fade. It stays black and white forever. She arrived 10 minutes late. Always with an entrance. The same red dress I'd paid for last month. The same perfume that used to mean home. She kissed my cheek like signing attendance. Phone still in her hand. I smiled. I already knew everything. She ordered wine before I could speak. I let her talk about her day. Deadlines. Meetings. Clients. Every word rehearsed. Her phone buzzed again. Face up on the table. I counted 3 notifications. All from Blake. She didn't even flinch. I took a sip of water. 1 hour, I said. She frowned. For what? For us. She laughed, short and sharp. You're being dramatic. I looked at her. Then call your boss, I said. Put me on speaker. I'll explain what work looks like at a pool cabana. Her fork froze midair. The smile disappeared. Excuse me, she whispered. How was Phoenix? She blinked once. Which one? The one in Miami, I said. Silence. Then a shrug. Travel mix-up. Finance messed it up. I leaned back. They also messed up the king bed, the spa add-on. She set the fork down hard. What's your problem, Ryan? You already answered that last night, I said. She tilted her head. What do you mean? I reached into my pocket. Pulled out the velvet box. Set it on the table. Her eyes softened. She thought it was a ring. She opened it slowly. The car key shimmered under the light. Her smile cracked. What is this? The car, I said. It's mine. Title, insurance, payments, all mine. Her voice rose. Are you serious? You're taking it back. I nodded. I'm just keeping what's mine. You're being petty. No, I'm being precise. I slid my phone across the table. Screenshots. Expense reports. The hotel folio. The pool selfie. Slack messages. She stared at them, jaw tight. You had no right. You left it open, I said. I printed what was visible. She pushed the phone away. You're insane. The waiter approached. I told him to box both meals. She crossed her arms. You're ending 5 years over a mix-up. I'm ending it because you rehearsed for your next man on my time. She flinched. This is revenge. This is clarity. The waiter returned with the bags. I left cash on the table. Good tip. Goodbye. Outside, she grabbed my sleeve. You'll regret this. I plan for things, I said. Regret isn't one of them. The valet brought the BMW around. I showed him the registration. He handed me the keys. She glared. Where am I supposed to go? Anywhere that's not on my insurance. I got in. She stood there under the restaurant lights, phone in hand, searching for a new script. I drove off slow, not angry. Just done. Some endings don't need closure. They just need a signature. The next morning started quiet. Coffee. Emails. Routine. Then reception called. Your girlfriend is here, says it's urgent. Not my girlfriend. I went down anyway. She stood in the lobby like she owned it. Fresh blowout. Sunglasses on her head. And Blake beside her, looking uncomfortable. We're doing this here because you won't answer like a decent man, she said. Her voice carried across the room. I pointed at the security camera. This is recorded, keep it short. She smiled like a politician. You're returning the car. You're paying my transport for 6 months. You're reactivating the card. And you're apologizing publicly. I blinked once. No car, no card, no apology. Blake stepped forward. Man, just be fair. Fair, I said. Fair isn't billing company trips as client meetings. Lena folded her arms. You think you're smart because you printed screenshots. I think I can read, I said. Policy 7.4. Personal travel, coded as client activity, equals termination and repayment. I handed her a copy. Her smile wavered. You hacked my stuff, she snapped. You left it open, I said. I printed what was on screen. She turned to the receptionist. He's financially abusive. He thinks he owns me. The receptionist blinked. Ma'am, this is a lobby. Blake tried again. Look, Ryan, she just wants what's fair. I held up my phone. Here's fair. Payments. Insurance. Every oil change on record. You want to see her part. Screenshots of pool chairs. He frowned. You told me you were a director, he said to her. I am, she said too fast. She runs an MLM page, I added. 3,000 followers. Discount codes, not a director. Lena slammed her hand on the counter. You will stop minimizing me. I built you. Then build someone else, I said. Security approached, calm but firm. Folks, this area is for tenants and scheduled guests. I'm a guest, she shouted. Not on the list, the guard said. And this isn't a retrieval zone. She turned back to me, eyes blazing. Give me my things. They're boxed, I said. Storage unit under your name. Code, taped to the old apartment door. You touch my stuff without me. I hired movers. Nothing broken. Everything labeled. You're dangerous, she hissed. He put a tracker on my car. It's my car, I said. And the tracker's registered to my VIN. She pointed at Blake. He's filing harassment, you'll see. I smiled. Tell HR the dates. Miami trip, Phoenix memo. 1 king bed. Blake's face drained. Finance already asked about it, I said. He turned to her. You said it was a work thing. She looked away. They always ask stupid questions. He exhaled, confused. Security stepped between us. Time to leave, one said. She pointed at me, trembling. I want 6 months, support, and the ring you promised. No and no, I said. Also stop using my last name online. Her jaw dropped. You have an attorney. I read contracts, I said. And I plan ahead. They escorted them out. Blake's eyes followed the floor. She kept talking until the doors closed. I turned to the guard. If she comes back, call me and the manager. Already flagged, he said. Back upstairs, I sat down. Opened my computer. Wrote an email to her HR. Subject line: employee misconduct, travel expense abuse. Attachments: PDFs, folio, selfies, timestamps. Facts only. No emotion. Send. The first reply came within hours. Thank you for your submission. We will review. Corporate language for trouble. By Monday, her badge stopped working. Kelly, my friend upstairs, texted me. She's locked out. Security walked her to HR. I didn't smile. I just wrote it down. Blake followed 30 minutes later. He tried to joke with the guards. They didn't laugh. At noon, I got the official note. Appropriate action taken. That meant termination. I moved the email into a folder named Workplace Outcome. Then I had lunch. Simple. Peaceful. Lena went online that night. A black square. White text. Financial abuse is real. Don't let men control you. No names. Plenty of arrows. Comments came fast. People who knew her asked questions. Didn't you post a pool selfie that week? Why are there 2 tickets on your story? She deleted, reposted, deleted again. Tasha, her friend, dropped a heart emoji. Then leaked their old group chat. The one where Lena bragged. If Blake proposes first, I'm out. Ryan's stable but boring. Screenshots spread faster than apologies. She called me a narcissist. I called her nothing. Silence travels slower, but it lasts longer. She tried a new plan. A fundraiser. Help me rebuild from a toxic relationship. Goal: $10,000. 3 days later, total: 48. 2 donors named Anonymous Supporter and Justice Warrior. Both with the same grammar. Someone commented, "Didn't your toxic ex pay for your BMW?" She locked comments again. Meanwhile, her ex-friends started talking. Screenshots. DMs. Receipts. The internet loves evidence more than stories. Her MLM page lost followers overnight. People asked for refunds. She posted quotes about healing. Blocked half the replies. Unblocked them an hour later. The spiral was public now. I didn't join it. I had work. Spreadsheets. Emails. Quiet. My attorney sent her lawyer a final letter. 4 points. No engagement. No support. Truth is a defense. Cease all contact. He attached the lobby report and moving receipts. Professional. Cold. Perfect. Her lawyer wrote back. You'll hear from us. They never followed up. Her parents called once. Her father sounded tired. We told her to stop. She won't listen. I said, I changed the locks. He said, good. That was the whole call. Later, Kelly filmed her picking up boxes. Lena shouted about stolen jackets. Then found it inside a labeled carton. Everything wrapped. Everything recorded. The next day, Emily, Blake's wife, sent 3 words. Filed, thank you. It wasn't revenge. It was gravity. Actions fall where they should. Her company confirmed repayment agreements. She owed thousands. Blake too. Their names off the payroll. Mine off her lips. She tried sending complaints to my job. HR replied with 1 line. Resolved, no further action. I archived it and went back to work. Peace is what's left when the noise burns out. And quiet, I learned, is the loudest form of winning. 6 weeks passed like a clean spreadsheet. The BMW was sold. Loan cleared. Savings grew again. The watch I once saved for sat on my wrist now. Not a flex. Just something that told time honestly. The apartment stayed quiet. No extra shoes by the door. No perfume in the hallway. Just air that didn't lie. Lena faded from headlines. Her fundraiser stalled under $100. Her MLM page died. People screenshotted, compared, moved on. Blake vanished too. His name removed from the company site. Sophia, his ex-wife, sent one more text. Finalized. Nothing else. I replied with a thumbs-up emoji. Some stories end in court filings, not conversations. Lena started working at a call center. Kelly heard from someone who knew someone. She said Lena came in late, left early, blamed traffic. Old habits, new paychecks. Her parents stopped bailing her out. Her cousins started charging rent. The world kept moving like it always does. I rebuilt quietly. Updated passwords. Renewed the building ban for another 90 days. Filed every document neatly. One folder called Done. That's all it said. Sometimes I caught myself replaying old memories. The first laugh. The Christmas party. The sweater that wasn't ugly. Then I remembered the email subject line. Miami flights for Phoenix conference. And I'd breathe out. Peace doesn't come from forgiveness. It comes from not reopening closed tabs. One evening, I stopped by the grocery store. Sun low. Parking lot half empty. Pushing a cart felt lighter now. That's when I saw her. Hoodie. Messy hair. Eyes swollen. She stepped from between two cars. Ryan, please. Her voice cracked. I lost everything. I'll pay you back. I'll go to therapy. Just let me come home. I kept a cart between us. You're not supposed to be here. I know, she whispered. I messed up. We were good together. You're stable. I need that. I'm stable without you, I said. And I like it. She reached for my sleeve. I stepped back. Please, I'll fix it. Say it and I'll do it, anything. No, I said. Calm. Final. The car was mine. The money was mine. The life is mine. She covered her face and sobbed. People nearby pretended not to stare. I loaded my groceries. Closed the trunk softly. She whispered one last line. So that's it. That's it, I said. Then I drove away. No music. No wait. Just the sound of tires on clean pavement. Later that night, I sat at my desk. Wrote one note to myself. Never confuse comfort with love. Saved it under lessons. Turned off the lights. Peace doesn't announce itself. It just stays when the noise finally leaves. Morning came quiet again. Coffee brewed. Sunlight spilled across the counter. The world looked the same, but felt lighter. My phone stayed still. No missed calls, no chaos. The air smelled like calm. I checked my list. No new fires to put out. Everything filed. Everything finished. Sometimes closure isn't a moment. It's the absence of noise. The BMW gone. The ring forgotten. The memories archived under lessons, not regrets. She once said I was too calm, too predictable. Maybe that's what saved me. Being steady when someone else was spinning. Now the apartment echoed only one heartbeat. Mine. No ghosts in the kitchen. No echoes of arguments. Just quiet walls that finally meant peace. I stepped out for work, same route, same rhythm. But it felt different. The sky looked honest. The day opened like a clean page. And as I locked the door, I realized something simple. I never lost her. I released her. And in doing that, I got everything back that mattered. my time, my balance, myself.